Welcome to the ever-entertaining world of emotional attachment, where your old, dusty memorabilia are basically always grabbing your attention and refusing to be thrown away. Let's dive into why letting go of sentimental items feels like trying to convince a toddler to part with their favorite, stained onesie. So, let's ponder why we cling to things. You might have a shirt in your closet that's seen better days, but it's still there, hanging on like an overzealous security guard at a concert. Why? Because it was your lucky shirt during that epic karaoke performance, feeling the euphoria of screaming fans and terrible sound quality. You start wondering if this shirt is actually a time machine disguised as cotton. Or perhaps it's the only item that survived your last minimalist decluttering spree, where you bravely threw away everything except that shirt because, in a way, it's like a trusty sidekick from an epic saga every hero needs one. That old dusty photo album, it's not just paper and glue. It's a portal to the past where you can relive that awkward high school prom with a questionable haircut. And let's not forget the classic "I'll keep it for sentimental reasons" scenario. You know, like that rock you found on your first date, which you now probably display as a trophy of your romantic conquest. Who needs diamonds when you have geological evidence of love? It is ridiculous when you try to justify keeping these items. Well, I might need this old calendar for reference someday, you say, while also managing to avoid eye contact with the latest calendar you actually use. Your concern is that you might need the item later, and disposing of it could lead to regret. Or, this keychain might come in handy when I finally buy a house. You believe that the item may still be valuable or useful, even if they haven't used it recently. Emotional attachment can be practiced in moderation. We need to be aware that excessive attachment to material possessions can be detrimental to all aspects of our lives. Emotional attachment to material possessions can be both a positive and a negative force in our lives. On the positive side, having sentimental value for objects like gifts from loved ones can foster a sense of connection and continuity. However, when these attachments become excessive, they can start to interfere with our well-being and relationships. For example, imagine someone who becomes deeply attached to their car to the point where it dominates their thoughts and daily decisions. They might spend excessive time and money on maintenance and upgrades, neglecting other important areas of their life. This obsession could lead to financial strain, social isolation, or even personal stress. In contrast, a moderate attachment, where the car is valued but not the center of one's life, allows for a balanced approach. The person takes pleasure in their car without allowing it to overshadow other areas of their life, ensuring they maintain healthy relationships and manage their finances responsibly. Therefore, while it's natural to form attachments to material possessions, practicing moderation helps ensure these attachments don't diminish our overall happiness and quality of life. By being mindful of this balance, we can appreciate our possessions without letting them control or define us.
If you still think you can handle it, we'll reward you well.
From the philosopher's view, Epicurus, an ancient Greek philosopher, advocated for a life centered on simplicity and modest pleasures as the path to true happiness. His philosophy emphasizes that real contentment comes not from accumulating wealth or indulging in luxury, but from embracing a simple, modest lifestyle. Epicurus thought that being overly attached to material possessions often results in anxiety and dissatisfaction, as the constant pursuit of more creates a cycle of unfulfilled desires. Instead, he recommended focusing on basic pleasures such as friendship, philosophical conversation, and a modest diet, which can lead to lasting contentment. Epicurus believed that by understanding the nature of our desires and learning to moderate them, we can lessen fear and anxiety, leading us to a state of tranquility. By valuing personal relationships and intellectual growth over material gains, individuals can attain a more stable and profound sense of happiness. For example,
Here, This is what I mean.
Imagine someone who decides to pursue a career solely for the purpose of accumulating wealth, constantly working long hours to achieve this goal. Even with a high salary and many luxuries, they feel increasingly stressed and dissatisfied, constantly fearing financial instability and never fully content with their possessions.
I warn you though, it's not the safest place out there.
In contrast, someone who adopts Epicurean principles might choose a simpler career that provides enough income to meet basic needs and allows time for meaningful activities. This person might concentrate on fostering close friendships, engaging in intellectual activities, and savoring simple pleasures such as a peaceful walk in nature or a homemade meal with loved ones. By avoiding excessive attachment to material wealth and valuing these modest pleasures, they experience a greater sense of lasting happiness and tranquility.
You can go ahead and see for yourself.
In conclusion, emotional attachment to items isn't just about the items themselves. It's about the stories we weave around them. It's okay to keep the memories, but maybe not the physical reminders unless, of course, that's what makes you smile or chuckle in the future. So, the next time you find yourself reluctant to throw out that old potato masher, just remember, you're not hoarding. You're curating a museum of your life's greatest hits, and that's worth more than any space-saving closet could ever offer. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.